Okay, while the war is still raging between us, it seems like we are rather safe right now. The thing is, I can't destroy her at the moment because of influence, you know. I could just take all her islands, of course, but I can't because of the influence. So, naval-wise or power-wise, we could take it, we could destroy her, but we can't because of the influence system. And in that case here, what we can do in the meantime is we can focus a bit on expanding. That's good. In that case here, I always have to look that up. Where is there? Oh, there is some towers over there. Yeah, but I don't care really. Let's get my ships over there. What we need to do here is starting the next production, which is for the canned food. Now, canned food does need red pepper and it does need beef. And those two things, as we can see, we have plenty of space here. We can do that here. And let's start with some beef farms down here. So all we need is a warehouse. And then we have the cattle farm, right? 1 minute for each. And let's see how many fields we need for that. I think it was a 4, yes, and 4 fields we can squeeze in here just fine. And then we have another one with some additional fields or some additional farms here. And then we have this block, and we can copy this block now to the other side, for example. And we can copy it to this side here. And once again to this side here. Another warehouse that we need. That's fine, so that we have a few of those farms now. And the cool thing is we can then just take the whole district here kind of like and move it up here, because there is still some space left as well. So let's build those beef farms here as well. Should be quite a lot of them. In the meantime, let's get a bit more timber then over to that island. We only need timber for now, and we don't need to start a timber production because obviously we don't need to build that much here. You know, it's really just some beef farms, some red pepper farms, and some hunting cabins, that is. So here and here we can have the red pepper then. I'm just waiting for that. And while my timber ship is on its way, what I've already done in Crown Falls is increasing my steel production. So we have the sewing machine factories now. That's something I was waiting for. And let's just find a suitable location for that, for those sewing machine factories. And we should think about electricity later on as well. So electricity doubles the amount a factory is producing. And in that case here, my sewing machine factory, so all my factories in fact, should be in a location where I can easily have a train going to, and where I can easily then push their efficiency, right? And in that case here, we might just make it here, right? So this is an area where we have some major roads going through already. So there will be a train passing through here at some point, probably from those oil patches here and from the oil patches that we import. So having the train then going through here to the harbor area. So that is a perfect location for that. And in that case here, let's have our factory district here, right? So we have the palace here, the World's Fair. Here we're going to have probably more buildings than just normal buildings. And here we're going to have some factories then in that case here. So that's a very good location. Let's get rid of that forestry hut. I don't need that. I have way too many of them anyway. And oh, we have it up here, right? Yeah, up here I wanted to do it. Now I was a bit confused there, but it's up here, obviously. And here we have that factory district. Now, the train is then passing through here. And in that case, with the train tracks then, taking in all of that. And then we need a warehouse, for starters. We're probably going to have then a power line or a power station somewhere here around everything. And here we can now have the sewing machine factories. Now, we do need, I think, quite a lot of them, right? Let's build... How many can I squeeze in here? Probably 3 of them.
I can recognize a cruel master.
Yeah, that's what we can do here. Right, we do need quite a lot of them. Here is the perfect location now for a power factory then, that we can have, where we produce the power. And then we just have a few of those warehouses then around that. So that's only the sewing machines so far, right? We do need the power here, because the power then extends to that area here, to that area down here, everywhere, where we can then enhance those productions with a single power station. That's important because we want to save a bit of oil. Now the other thing is, for the trade union that we should have, there it is. Trade union, to have them here close with the sewing machines then to increase them further. What is happening here? Nothing as far as I can see. I'm a bit confused there all the time. I hate those messages there. And yes, totally right. We do need a fire station here as well. In fact, let's have 2 on either side for those now. Now we do have enough lumber and steel. So now finally our sewing machine production is starting. To speed the whole thing up, let's start by having paved roads in those areas too, because that further speeds up the production, obviously, because goods are being delivered faster to those warehouses then. So that's something. My clipper, meantime, has arrived down here in Doolittle. So what we can do here, let's start with, we have the beef here already. Next up is the red pepper. Now for the red pepper, I don't know anymore how large it was, one farm, right? So let's build one farm here as a blueprint. It needs 54 fields, so it's the size of this one here, right? That's not much. So let's get rid of that road here. And then just we're going to have, because we need lots of those red pepper farms then, right? So I want to start with this one here, and then we can just copy it a few times here. Oh, there actually we do need to. I hate that. Let's get rid of that here again. Right, and we need to move the whole thing up, down there a bit. Let's try it again. And ship under attack is probably just, again, this very strange island there. And in that case here, that's just stupid, so let's make it differently. Let's take them here, actually. We do need a bit of space here, that we have some mines that we could leave open. So let's just place it like this. That's much easier. There we have a street then. We do need to watch out for that street here. Because what do we have here? Coal, limestone. We might actually need that. Where did we destroy something here in the New World? No problem. Oh, my influence. I don't want to look at it. It's horrible. Right, so there we have the first farms now. Let's get rid of that street here and of those guys there. And something is under attack. Nope, nothing really. And then we can just take them and place them here once again, right? Or we actually place them here. We can squeeze them in here. That's fine. And then probably over here as well. Very good. And then we can squeeze in even more than in between.
We like to think independently.
Do need a few warehouses now, obviously, as well. Lots of them, in fact. And fire stations, as usual. That's so much red pepper, we are never, or I think we're never going really to use that. Now, we do have a few of them. The next thing that we need is the fur coats still, the hunting cabins. I only worry about my workforce right now, but that should still be fine. So let's have a road going up here. What's that? Iron deposit, fine. And here we can now have those hunting cabins. Let's see. That's 100%. 100%. You can even have them really close to each other there.
The city has grown uglier.
And still have the 100%. Very good. And then here too. Here. How many are there now? 7. Producing every 30 seconds, that should be fine. And then those warehouses there again. Also here. So that's once again 3 production chains that we are working on right now. And once we're done with that, we have the full artisan stage already behind us. So that's something to look forward to. And here we have the red pepper, so let's build the warehouses there. And let's build those red pepper farms. What I can still do here is another warehouse. Right, so that's that. Now we have 16 farms, 12 red pepper farms there. So that's a lot of beef that's actually left over. We can still have 8 more red pepper farms. Yeah, that's pretty close. We can build 2 more and then it's done. Red pepper is not so quick to grow here, what I can see. Now we have that. Do we still have some timber left? No, we don't. So we would need more timber. Oh, this one has spear and windows on board. More windows. And let's keep 3 of them actually here. And we take those 2 ships and those 2 clippers there back to Crown Falls. Right. Okay, so that's that. We do have a negative balance because of that, though, so we need to watch out. Let's have a look at Crown Falls there real quick. We can expand here with some more districts and probably, yep, upgrading at least the farmers there. That's more money then again. What's missing here? The marketplace. So let's have one up here. There we have then the central area, and then we just have a few more blocks of buildings then here. So let's build them here, I'd say. So that's looking pretty cool, I think. We have everything here. The only thing that's missing here is once again our little connections here that we have close to those buildings there. Right, so that's looking better, and the cool thing is now we can build those things here, the 2 pubs up there, and then all those farmer buildings. There they are. And let's have the church here as well right away, the police stations. We do have the materials for that. Lots and lots of new farmers that we can then upgrade in this block here. And this is going to be a very central block there, just beside the palace and stuff like that. That's fine. And yeah, actually what we could do now, or what we could try is we could take this whole block here and then try and squeeze it in up here, which is working. So we can have the whole thing here. The fire station is in a way. Whole new block here, and in this case here we use something else there, so it doesn't look that or the same everywhere what we do. And here we still have a few or a bit of space there, so let's use that. We want to have a pub here. So that Crown Falls doesn't look the same everywhere, you know, so we have different layouts here in use everywhere. And in that case here is where our city also ends then. Not really, right? There is something going on down here. Oh, where Miss Hunt has been. In that case here. I still want to wait for those 10 minutes there. Then we probably could take it. Yeah, she's really down though here. The problem is really, as I said, I can't take anything because I don't have the influence. So the major goal right now is to get more influence.
Raise the corsair cloth.
There we have more buildings now as well, more farmhouses. And perhaps I well, because I've heard someone say that this is a farmhouse building simulation. Yes, in some points it is, because you need to build so many if you want to build big cities. But that, well, that is just normal, I think, in that case here. We need to build lots of buildings in a city builder, right? As a foundation here for the city to look great later on. Another school here. So around our central point, it's starting to fill in now. There we have lots of farmhouses, so let's build those guys here as well. And then those farmhouses there.
Ship under attack.
Alright, in the New World, nothing really serious is happening, just a ship of fur trying the impossible. And it's going down. That's fine. We still have our more or less important island up here, so I'm going to send 2 of my ship of the lines here to defend it. And we should then start with building something up here for the cotton that we need. Right, so we do have another clipper ready here, barnacle. Let's get the timber, and do we have, yeah, we do have bricks here as well. And some steel beams and timber. And let's get both of these ships then here to that island here. And we call this here just La Fortuna. Something like that. That's fine for a good and decent New World island here. Right, so the 2 ship of the lines are coming in here now as a defense for La Fortuna. And in La Fortuna, I think what we can already do because of the mod, having the commute pier, there it is. Oh, the commute pier cost me 30 influence. That is something I totally did not calculate there, so that's a bit of a problem, right? My clippers are on their way now too, so let's get more influence. It's really something that is the major culprit here. I could give up islands, but I want to do that for new NPCs later then, you know, for the Admiral and for Hugo Mercier. If I give up an island now for the influence, Miss Hunt will take it right away. I'm pretty sure of that. Right, Doolittle. I think what I've seen, there is a ship with some timber on board. Let's send that down here. And my clippers are ready again. So there is one of my ships coming in, and let's get more, yeah, timber actually, but we don't have that much timber in Crown Falls anymore, but that should be enough. That's a bit of timber there, so we have all the beef farms, we have actually all the red pepper, we still need a bit here for the fur coats, but that's fine too. And then I'm going to empty those ships, and then I can, oh, down here really in Doolittle, I just created this one. But very well. Once one of my ships is here, we can then build a police station here. That's fine, so that's on its way. And then we can finally start the trade routes here. That's exactly what we need then for those products. Now, in the New World, we still have La Fortuna here. Influence is getting better though, and I'm hoping that the newspaper will appear soon, because with the newspaper we can then reduce our propaganda a bit and save more influence on that. I didn't know we have that many gunboats, but we still have lots of gunboats that are ready too in Port Royal. My ships are here. Perhaps we should take something away from her again. This one here looks good, right? We do have the ships. We could take the shares. Even if it's just shares, it's perfectly fine. Let's send my fleet down here. Yep. Right, we could probably try. Yeah, we could take it. Let's take 2 ship of the lines there too. No problem, and we can take this one. At least we can take the shares then. The same in the old world. We do have that harbor here for another 5 minutes. We have all the shares. We could probably do the same thing. Yeah, over here. Weak defense, big city. Let's get my ships over here. That is how we can push ourselves financially even more, just taking her shares. And we do have her in our hand then with shares, and could just crush her in peacetime as well. So let's go for this island there where she's got quite a lot of buildings. Everything's fine here. Very good. So we have that. Now that the clipper has arrived, let's build the police station there real quick. For the ride. It's bad to have a ride here. And let's actually build a few more farmhouses here. And here. Gives us a bit more workforce there. So that's that. And what we can do now is we have Snapdragon here. And just look at that. That ship is actually damaged. It shouldn't be that fast, right? But we're catching up. Yeah, but somehow, very, very slowly we're catching up. Should be firing now. Yeah, now we can fire a bit here and slowing it down even more. Every ship of the line we're taking down is one ship of the line she can't use anymore.
say.
Very good. That one's not a problem.
Ship under attack.
Snapdragon, Epiphany, and we should have one more clipper here somewhere.
Awaiting new horizons.
They're all on trade routes, unfortunately, because we need to start with the trade routes here too now. So trade route number 1 from Doolittle to Crown Falls is going to be the beef, right? So we're going to have trade routes for each good. For now, we're going to add more ships later then. There we have the beef. And Star Shadow. You can be on that route. And then we have another one for the red pepper. Again, 200 tons each time they dock to Crown Falls. That's going to be Snapdragon. And then we do need to have one trade route for the fur. That case, it's down here.
You will not spoil my plans.
Oh, I am, you old hack. I am. And Epiphany is on that trade route. So 3 new trade routes now from Doolittle to
Mind the rigging.
Crown Falls. And I'm going to put some escorts on them too.
Aye.
Right. And those ships here we'll put to the middle there. So we do have a good defense there also for those guys. And what I've seen too is that bread is probably pretty down. Yes, we do have the grain here. We don't have any bread though. So in this case here, we should have there up here, we have them flour mills. So let's copy a block of flour mills to get more flour. And another block of bakeries that we can copy for this area here. Probably will need another warehouse then. Let's upgrade that too. And grain should be still coming in though plentiful. Let's see how much grain we have here. Yep, it's not capped. 200 tons each time. Probably will have a second ship on that trade route. But then again, that's all to do with the influence. So what we can do though in the meantime is we can upgrade some farmhouses. We do have enough here. Quite a lot to upgrade. What I can see, there probably, yep, a marketplace is missing. Now I can just build it here because once we have artisans, I can get rid of the marketplace and instead, for example, have a power station here. Doesn't matter really. And in that case here, let's upgrade those farmhouses there. That's more influence then again at some point. Very good. More workers for Crown Falls. Goods are filling up. Very good. The only thing that's really missing is the bread. Now with the bread then, hopefully, they should be working on that.